Hello, and today I'm going to show you how to do the garlic cheddar biscuits, but before I show you how to do it, I just wanted to show you the large kitchen mixer. So I'm going to be mixing our recipe by hand for the sake of the demo. However, in class you're going to be using the large kitchen mixer because you're making a lot of biscuit batter, okay, or dough. Alright, so they're the same at East and West. So you have a timer. This one's not plugged in, but I just wanted to show you. This machine will not operate unless you set the timer, okay? So you have a big bowl, alright, so you'll measure all of your ingredients, which I'll show you, and then there's this little knob here. It fits right here, okay? And then you have these mechanisms to lock the bowl in place so you don't get hurt. So you take that peg and you just put it right into that hole, and then you lock it right here. It goes right into these inserts. You take these locks and you pull forward so it doesn't move, okay? Now this is going to operate it so it moves up and down, okay? So when it's down, that's when you can put your attachment. So this large kitchen mixer comes with a paddle attachment, which is what you're going to use for your biscuit batter. It also comes with a dough hook, and it also comes with a whisk, but you're going to use the flat paddle. So there's two levels. You're always, in most cases, going to use the bottom level. And this knob, like it looks just like this. I'm just going to show you this so you can see it. So you push this up and then pull it that way, okay? So it locks in place, okay? And you're always going to do it on the bottom one, locks in place. And then when you're ready to mix, you pull this up, pull this down, and then you'll press start, okay? On the side here, this controls the speed. You always want it at the lowest or else it's going to explode everywhere, okay? And again, it will not operate if you don't have the timer on, okay? If you're confused when you start working with this, just ask your teacher and they'll help you. Thank you. Alright, so today I'm going to show you how to make the garlic cheddar biscuits. This is the bakery section. So typically in Cuisine Chef, we don't do a ton with bakery because we have pastry chef that does that, but to understand the true concept and idea of a full restaurant kitchen, you would have a bakery section. They make all the breads, desserts, pastries, etc. And you're making a savory bread, garlic cheddar biscuits, also known as cheddar bay biscuits. You may have made these in Culinary Basics, but you did them more from scratch. We're modifying, they are from scratch, but we are going to be using Biscuit mix as our base. This already has the leavening agent inside of it, so it's very basic, which is why you're making it in bulk, okay? So I have my pan prepped and ready, so I'm going to make my dough, and then your teacher might have you save the dough and then bake the next day, or they might have you just shape and bake and then warm them up on day 2, okay? So ask your teacher for clarification what they want, alright? So the first thing I'm going to be adding is 4 cups of our Biscuit mix, alright? So I'm going to add that to a big bowl. Now again, you're going to be making a double batch of what I'm doing, and you're going to use the large mixer, okay? I'm going to add 2 cups of cheddar cheese, shredded cheddar cheese right to there, and you really want that shredded cheddar, adds really good flavor, alright? And I'm just going to take a rubber scraper and kind of toss that around just to make sure that cheese is evenly distributed. Alright, and then I'm going to add 1 1/3 cup of milk. Alright, and then mix. And this is going to be your dough. It's that easy, but again, you're making a large batch of this. Okay, so I'm just going to mix this together. If you are baking that exact day, then you are going to preheat your oven to 400 degrees to make sure that they bake quickly. They only take about 10 minutes. Okay. I like to make the mini version just because then everyone gets 1 or 2 of the biscuits and they bake faster. So I'm going to be using a purple portion scoop. Right. So our dough is done. Alright, so we're ready to go for shaping. Before we shape, I'm going to make our butter sauce. This is what makes these so amazing and yummy. So our butter sauce is butter, 1/4 cup of butter. We are going to add some garlic powder. And we're going to add 1 teaspoon of garlic powder right to there. And 2 teaspoons of garlic salt, which I've combined together here. And then we're going to add 1 tablespoon and 1 teaspoon of dried parsley, okay? It's going to add a little bit of flavor and a little bit of color, okay? We are going to microwave this for 30 seconds. so I'll be right back. We are back and I am shaping our biscuits. So just in your portion scoop, I'm using the purple. If you want to use the yellow, it's totally fine. They'll just take a little bit longer to bake. All right, so just portion them off and scoop them right on. So, these really don't spread, they really just puff. And you're gonna, if you use the yellow, you're gonna get about 12 of the biscuits. If you use the purple for a single recipe, you're gonna get about 24, okay? So let's pretend I'm done. Here is my melted butter, garlic, and parsley. So you're going to, I just did it in the microwave. You could do it on the stovetop, but this is faster. And you're just gonna take a pastry brush and you're just gonna kind of glide some of that fat, yummy flavoring right over the top. All right, and you're gonna make sure that it goes on all of them. And then you're gonna bake it in the oven, 400 degrees for about 10 minutes. All right, I will show you what it looks like when it's done. All right, so the garlic cheddar biscuits are out of the oven. So typically in the bakery section, you would serve like a baked item off of a tray. So just for presentation purposes, I just took some parchment paper and lined the tray with that. You might have your teacher might have placemats or whatnot. I know that you want the biscuit to be served warm. However, if you put this in a shaping dish, they're gonna get soggy because of the moisture. So typically you serve this from a tray or a basket and then you can cover it. And always make sure you have tongs. How do you know when they're done? They're light golden brown on the bottom. All right, enjoy.